Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, JRC Restoration, Decor and Designs, and my name is Phyllis. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how I made my own coffee table decorative strand beads using shatterproof ornament Christmas balls. I did do this technique, or I did make some strand beads about a year ago for my sister using styrofoam balls and rope, and if you'd like to see that video, I will leave that link in the description box below. But here are some inspiration photos that I found on Pinterest. These are light wood beads. I did not quite have the paint that I wanted to make that color, but I love this technique. At the time, I didn't think how to do this technique, but I think I know now, so I may try that in the future. But after dealing with trying to get the look that I wanted all day on this, I decided just to leave them white, and you'll see that in the video. And again, I want to thank you all for stopping by.
So I have a lot of shatterproof Christmas balls, and I have a bunch more in my garage, but I've selected these few. Some are larger than the other, like these are larger, but since I have more of this size, I'm using these to make my own beads, strands of beads. And again, these are shatterproof. Here I've started, and because it's shatterproof, anytime they fall, it won't break. What I'm doing, and I have my hot knife here, or my soldering iron, I am cutting that off and then making a hole at the other end so that I can pull this through. You see, I've already done that. I'm going to spray paint these white, high gloss white paint.
Okay, so here it is. I am putting the hole in it, and I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing this with my bare hands. It touched my finger, the soldering iron, my thumb, the front of the tip of my thumb and the back of my thumb, and left a searing burn, meaning it took off the little top layer of my skin. But the funny thing is, I didn't feel any pain. I guess I was in shock and just didn't know it. But if you purchase this and use it, be very careful and wear a mask, because the vapor from this is very, very strong.
Okay. Here are the balls strung up on the yarn, and I'm getting ready to take them outside to spray paint them using this high gloss paint, and then I'll style them on my table. Okay, here are the beads. I've given about 2 or 3 coats, and I gotta turn it over and give it another coat because of the colors being so, I guess, saturated from the deep colors. I have to give several spray coats of this, and then I plan on trying to make them almost look like wood beads. I have khaki color, apple barrel paint, and pewter gray, and I'm going to try to make this look like wood beads. But just spraying some more. Stuff is strong. Ooh. Yes, that's the color. See, pewter gray, apple barrel, and it's a matte finish. Okay, I like that even better. And here's the khaki in a matte finish. So that's what I'm going to do. The beads are sitting out there on the table, drying. So I'm going to let them sit out there for about an hour or two. It's after 1, so 1:06. And then I'm going to bring them in and just kind of do like a dry brush technique with these little brushes. All of my other brushes are sitting in a cleaner solution, so this is what I have to work with for right now. And then we will style them on my buffet, or yeah, I'm just calling them my curio buffet. Okay, I brought them in and I put the first coat on, which is this khaki, and next I found country gray in my closet too, so I'm going to kind of go back and forth. I'm afraid this is going to make it too dark, so I'm going to tone it down with this. So this is kind of like giving it a wood look. I didn't want to completely cover it. I still wanted some of the white to peek through, but I'm going to go with this next and then tone it down with the gray and just go back and forth. And then I think since the what do you call this stuff, yarn is so hard, I'm just going to tie a big knot and then just keep it one bead. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this coat of the pewter gray and then tone it down with the country gray. Okay, putting that pewter gray on top of this khaki gave this an olive green color. So like I said, I'm going to tone it down. I am going to cover up all these here white spots. So I'm going to tone it down now with the country gray. And hopefully that'll give me the look that I'm going for. But this is beginning to look like beads, wooden beads, instead of styrofoam, or sounds like styrofoam, which I'm guessing that's what these Christmas balls are made of, since they don't shatter. So let me get back to it. Okay, here is the beads, or yeah, the beads covered with the country gray, which I prefer. I do not like the khaki. It's too gold and too yellow, but you can kind of see it peeking through there. And I'm going to cover that white. I just don't like that. I'm dipping my brush in so you can see, and I'm just covering up this white, and as much as that. But I like the way this turned out. It looks like it's wood beads. All in all, I love the way my faux wood beads, I would call them, turned out. Time consuming only because of between the paint drying. It is 4:37, and I think when I told you all I started on this, it was 11 something. 4:37. And I just got through with this, so I'm just going to let it dry. Okay, here are the beads all done. I cut off the end of the rope, just tied it in a knot so the beads wouldn't fall off. And I like how they turned out. The color on the camera, it doesn't look it, but it still looks like it's a sage green, which I don't want. So tomorrow, because I'm too tired from doing this all day, not dealing with it, but doing this all day, I'm going to mix some dark gray and white together to see if I can get the shade of gray that I was actually looking for. But other than that, from Christmas balls, I created my own strand beads, decorative strand beads. Okay, that's what you can call them. So I decided to just paint them back white and then just finish the ends by wrapping them with this rope. And I just pulled out some pumpkins that I had to kind of just give a little, I don't know, fall vignette. But I prefer them white. But you let me know what you would have done. Would you have kept them? It's supposedly supposed to have been a gray, but I just saw too much of the undertone of what looked like the green. When I mixed again the khaki with the pewter gray, it turned it like an olive sage green, and I just didn't like it. And when I went over it with the country gray, it just did not. I just didn't like the look. So I just spray painted them back white, and I prefer that. So just tell me what you would have done. But again, these are Christmas balls that I spray painted white to make my own DIY beads. Thank you all so much for stopping by. so much for watching. JRC Restoration, Decor, and Designs. And remember, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So until next time, make it a blessed and productive day, everyone. Bye-bye.